So my name is Mathieu France. I'm the happy dad of 3 kids, Romain, 12, Manon, 9, and Clara is 6 years old, and the happy companion of a wonderful wife. On a professional side, I'm the founder and the manager of 2 companies called Mediafield and Media Expo, and we build and we sell outstanding out-of-home billboards in Belgium and in Europe, and we sell those advertising spaces to A brands like Coca-Cola or Ford or Bacardi, just to name a few. The main problem we had is that we had the best people leaving our company for the last 10 years. We've never stopped losing talented people. We were able to attract them, but after a certain period of time, the most talented of them, many times they went to another challenge of another company. And lately, it's my partner, my associate that I attracted 2 years ago, who's a very experienced and talented individual called Sigurd van den Akker. I attracted him, but after 2 years, he decided to leave the company, and that really struck me. I was like, I can't retain somebody talented like that. I cannot motivate him, and I don't know why not. So I realized something had to change, and it probably had to be something around my behaviors and my beliefs for a start. Yeah. Well, we had a chat. I was networking. I was using my network to create a positive energy around the problems and COVID and things like that. And also, you are part of my network because you are my friend since the university, right? Since 25 years. So I trust you 200% already since the university. And when I realized that, in fact, I needed your quality, I was like, yeah, sure, I should work with you, because I really believe that since the university, you're one of the smartest guys that I know. That I also realized that you have been in different positions, the CEO of a small company like mine, and you've been able to grow them. And last but not least, I was just finishing reading the book Good to Great by Jim Collins. And I realized that the humility of a level 5 leader, that I'm not, but that you are a person that's humble and you have the will to work and the discipline. And I think I have the will to work and I can have the discipline, but I don't have the humility. So that really inspired me to be led and to be advised by somebody like you. So I recognize a level 5 leader in you, and I was like, yeah, why not have a level 5 leader as one of our coaches, actually our coach. We've done quite a bit of miles since we started 3 months ago already, so it's hard to put only one thing on the table that's really important. But in fact, probably what's most interesting is that thanks to the work together, we were able to define 1 or 2 filters of what not to do. It's not so I haven't had the problem to define what to do, but probably we've lost some energy and some time in projects in the past which were not key, and maybe they were also demotivating people, because once we got stuck on one problem, we'd go to another problem before solving the first one. So the most valuable thing we've done together until now was at the very beginning, at the start, was defining the core purpose of our company, which is really inspiring, which after 20 years, I finally understood why our company exists, and in fact, how the world would be if we did not exist, which is really motivating. When you have a hard time, you need to have some core purpose to hang on and to be motivated again. And it's like a nuclear, a thermonuclear power engine. Like when you're down and you've had a bad day, you think back to that core purpose and you understand why you're there and why it's hard, but also why you're doing it. And after that core purpose, we define core values, which I've done once with another coach 10 years ago, and it never really worked out. We just put some words on paper and then we forgot about it after 1 month. And then now these 5 core values that we've defined together with you, but mainly you've asked us to spit them out. Those five values, I'm really happy that we have them, because we use them every day, and it's really very useful to take decisions and to define what we've done well, but most importantly what we've done wrong, and so that the team grows based on those values and is inspired by the core purpose. Well, the first one is that this month of March and the month of April, we're going to do the best revenues and the best turnover that Mediafield has done in the last 20 years. So I think that's a good monthly result. This said, we're not dancing on the tables because our other company is still stalled by COVID, but at least it proves that the energy that the team has to produce results is back there. That energy is back there. We produce incredible revenue for Mediafield because the team is performing well and is motivated most of all and is inspired. And this is the result, in fact, of using the core value and the core purpose and the values to motivate the team. In fact, the biggest result I can put my finger on is that we ended the relationship with one of the colleagues. He was a really nice guy. We appreciated him as a person because he was really funny, and it was nice to work with him. But we realized that our values, the values of the rest of the team, were not aligned with him. He was a good colleague, but we decided to end the relationship with him, and it was nice. We treated him well. I will still say him a happy birthday for the next 40 years and have a good relationship and drink beers with him. But he didn't fit in our values, and we decided to end the relationship with him. And since we did that, well, it's quite incredible to see how the rest of the team, the A players, the motivated team, glued together like a small team of superheroes, and that we can now trust each other, because trust is one of our five values. And because we decided to end the relationship with one of the people, thanks to your coaching and thanks to your smart questions and in your way to put us in front of our obligations and to ask us to be accountable for our decisions, well, we ended that relationship. And so now the team is really motivated and feels like one, and we can really focus on growing. But we also realize that it's not only money that motivates people, it's also having the right team in the right place. And so now it looks promising for the next month. You advised me a book lately. It's called The Advice Monster by Michael Bungay-Stanier. So if you ask me what to tell them, I'm a little bit afraid that I can't answer that question, because there's the tell it monster in that book. So I want to avoid that telling monster. But like Michael Bungestenius says in his book, it's better to ask questions. So I think if anybody was around me and was thinking about working with you, I would ask them 3 questions. I would ask them first, do you need growth? Do you need more growth? Is your company stuck with growth? And do you want to grow more your revenue? I would probably ask them a second question. I would ask them, do you need to motivate your people more? Like me, like my people were not motivated enough. So do you need to motivate your team more? And I would ask them a third question. I would ask them, well, do you need a better balance between the time that you spend on your business and the time that you spend with your kids and your family? Because family is a very important value at our place. But I had the impression that I was working like 80 or 90 hours and I was not spending enough time with my kids. And it's very important because work is nice, but it's still not the most important thing in life. So I would ask them those 3 questions and yeah, do you need growth? Do you need to motivate your people, or do you need a better balance? And I'd wait their answer, and if they answered yes to one of those questions, I'd say, how can this be? Since you know Xavier Lederer from Ambrose, you shouldn't be answering any yes on one of those 3 questions if you know him. And yeah, that's basically what I would tell them. I would tell them, yeah, that you solved 3 problems at our place, and yeah, that we fully put our hand in the fire, that they will be happy working with you.